Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today is my birthday. Oh, sorry. My generator is my spooky generator is not connecting to my computer. So that's okay. I'll deal with that later. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on here because like I said, today's my birthday. And I was just getting ready to go to bed last night. And I told my husband, and it just hit me, just out of the blue. Again, it was probably a divine download. And I thought back, I'm 60 today. And I thought back over my life, and just like a flash, I was thinking, you know what? Thinking about everything that I've done, everything that I've accomplished, everything that I have.
Generator error.
Hold on. Okay. I shouldn't get that warning anymore. But everything in my life, and I am just, like I said, I live in heaven on earth every day. And I got to thinking, it doesn't matter how old you are, look back over your life and you have the choice. Now, yes, I could look at parts of it. I could look at parts that I've got now and complain because it's not what I want. I'm not where I want to be. You know, things aren't working out for me. But that's not the case. You know, you can look at a situation and there's always something negative and there's always something positive. It's how you choose to look at it. And what came to me, and it was kind of funny because I told him, I said, most people get to whatever point in life they are, and they're not happy. And it was kind of like my angels, it was almost like this internal dialogue between my angels, my higher self and I, and it was quick, but it was very, very on point. Because if you're at this point and you're not happy with where you are, what makes you think the next year, the next 10 years, the next 50, 60 years of your life are going to be any different if you don't change? If doing what you've done has gotten you to this point, then why do you think that doing what you've done is going to get you to a different point in the future? And it was that just the craziness. But you know, most of you guys you get this, you understand this. It was just, I look at the world and I look at the number of people that are just absolutely miserable. And they wouldn't be happy regardless of what happens. And I think about it and it's like, you know, if you don't change your mindset, your world's not going to change. You can look at your situation, I don't care what it is, and find a positive somewhere. Because if you're looking at this, you have a phone, you're living, you're still breathing, you probably still have clothes on your body. And if you have a phone, I don't want to assume, but I would hope you have food. It's not out of judgment. It's, if you want a different outcome, you have to make it happen. Again, what is it? The definition of insanity, that's it, insanity. That's the word I was missing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. It doesn't have to be your birthday. It can be any day. Are you happy where you are? Really, honestly happy? I mean, like I told my husband, I said, yes, there are things that I still desire, things that I would still love to do, but it's not that makes me happy. I'm already happy. I am blessed like I can't even tell you. You know, and that's not, I'm not bragging. I'm just grateful for everything that I've got. And when you get to that point, and it was 5:55 as I said that, when you get to that point, things just get so much better. Instead of living in misery, life is too short to be miserable. So change your mindset. You know, and I will tell you another really quick, a few days ago, I talked about the power of words. And another word came up the other day of fail or failure. And I told my husband yesterday, because people, that's another thing that I help people clear, is they feel like a failure. Or there's a fear of failing. Fail is another word that was invented to take away your power. Just like being wrong. You're never wrong. You might be incorrect, or what's the word that I like to use? I don't know, it'll come to me. But you might be mistaken, but you're not wrong. Wrong is a defeatist word. It takes your power away. It makes you feel bad about yourself. Fail is the same thing. And I told my husband yesterday, I said, when you think about kids in school, it starts out so young. You failed at this. You failed a grade. You failed at whatever. That is such a damaging word. No wonder people grow up feeling like a complete failure, like they're not good enough. You never fail. Fail is one of those words that just needs to be struck from the English language, just like wrong. Because you might not pass, but when you have a child, and like I told him, I said, you've got people that, you know, in school, they screw off, they don't care, whatever, and they fail a grade. They didn't fail. They just didn't pass. They didn't assert themselves. You know, telling somebody they failed. And then you've got children that really, truly try and they're doing their best. And then you look at them and tell them they failed. They didn't fail. They didn't pass. They need help. They need guidance. They need more learning. They need to be taught a different way, whatever. They didn't fail. And you know what the problem is now? Most of it is the system is failing them. It's not the child that's failing. It's the freaking system. Because it's leave no child behind. And everybody gets a participation award. And, you know, children don't understand consequence. Yes, if you screw off and you don't apply yourself, you're not going to get ahead. Or if you have a learning disability and you're really trying, or you just don't understand the topic. That's where the system needs to come back. The teacher needs to come back and work, or tutor or work with that child to help them excel. Don't just keep passing them over. Don't just keep failing them. Don't tell them they failed in the first place. You know, I mean, you look at A, B, C, D. Let me think of a word. If you have the grade system, how do you go A, B, C, D, F? A doesn't stand for pass. B might stand for barely. Why do you jump from D to F? Where did E come from? Because they want to drive the point home that you failed. That big F, failure. How demoralizing is that to somebody? I'm not even talking about a kid. Think about yourself. How many times have you honestly tried to do something and it messed up, or it didn't work out the way you thought? And then somebody says, oh, well, you just failed. Or you feel like a failure because it didn't work. It's damaging to your soul, your ego, your existence. It makes you feel less than. Makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. And this is the part it all goes back to love everybody unconditionally. And the whole thing, what would Jesus do? The Christ consciousness, everything. Jesus never, ever made anybody feel less than. He helped those that were struggling. That's what we're supposed to do. Not make them feel disempowered. And, okay, brace yourself. It's the fucking system. That's what it is. It's the elite people that want to make you feel enslaved, want to make you feel less than. Because when you do, they can control you. No, that time is over. My words to them, and again, brace yourself, because pucker up and kiss my ass out of love for me and my fellow Americans and my fellow people. It's not just about Americans, it's everybody. If you want to try to make somebody feel less than, pucker up and go away. Because we don't need you. Don't desire you. We choose not to have you in our existence. Go somewhere else. Another planet, another world, another existence, somewhere. But stop making people feel less than. Who makes you think that you're better than anybody other than yourself? Where does that come from? It comes from ego. We're moving into a world, a new earth, a new existence where that nonsense doesn't exist. Again, did I know this was coming out today? No. This was not my intent. My intent was look at your life. And okay, there, thank you. bring it back full circle. If you feel like a failure, if you feel like you failed at life because you're not where you want to be, change your mindset. Change the way you speak to yourself and others. See, I knew it would all come around. God has a way of orchestrating everything magically and perfectly. So, yeah, stop giving away your power. Stop talking to yourself and others in a less than love kind of way. Think about the words that you say. How do they make you feel? If they don't make you feel happy, then don't tell them to somebody else. When we start shifting how we talk to people, and I think about my granddaughter. You know, I don't know that I ever told my daughter she failed. I may have, just because I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, but now I'm telling you, so now you know. You have no excuse. So, but I think about my granddaughter, and she tries. You know, she's an amazing, oh my God, she has such a personality. She is an amazing little person. And thankfully, my daughter doesn't tell her she fails. You know, it's, try harder or better luck next time or something. Or you can do this, try is one of those words that we weren't put here to try. Just do it. You might not always succeed, but try gives you a way out. I'm going to try to do this. No, just do it. Do it to the best of your ability. Don't try. That, again, that's another one of those words. My Empowering Language Toolkit talks about all of this stuff. I do need to go add, I have to go back and look and to see if wrong and fail are on there. Because they need to go away. Anyway, I love you guys. I want the best for everybody. I really don't want anybody to feel less than. No, okay. How you feel is up to you. My point to you is I want everybody to be able to shift your mindset to get to a better place. So you start stepping into your power. And I'm not, I'm going to put the link to my books below. I've said this a million times. They will both help you shift your mindset, step into your power, look at things in a different way. And I know maybe I'm incorrect for not pushing my book again, but you know what? I'm not here to sell you guys anything. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help guide you. If you feel drawn to the book, okay. If you don't, okay. So, same thing with the toolkit. If you choose to speak to yourself differently, I can guide you. I can help you with that. If you choose to continue, again, are you happy where you are? This goes back to the beginning of the video. Are you happy where you are? If you are peachy and you are living in heaven, God bless you. Keep going. If you're not, it's insanity to think that your life is going to shift if you keep doing what you've done in the past. So I love you. I send you so much, so many blessings. If you have, you know what? If you've got a word, put it in the comments below. If you found a word that, like wrong or failed, that makes people feel less than or disempowers them, let me know. I don't know all of them, or I haven't thought of all of them. But anyway, and I'll share it because people need to know this. So have an amazing day. I'm going to go finish my birthday. It's, it wasn't until 10:33 tonight. So I'm not quite 60 yet. But in the realm of numerology and numbers, 1033 is 2233. And my my life path number is a 33. So, yeah. I'm here to help guide you. I'm here for a huge reason. So, much love, and we will talk soon.